Joseph, you're a madman. Hi, everyone. Welcome to stream. Thank you, Joe, for 50 memberships. Who's Joe, our benefactor? Honestly, yes. Shout out to Joe for all of the memberships. Thank you. And also, hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Hi, Creative Crumbles. Thanks. Hi, Raspberry. Excuse. I had a donut this morning with my breakfast, and then I just ran up and down the stairs because I forgot to check my mail, so I jumbled my belly all around. Jones here. Hi, Hattie. Yes, yay donuts. I love donuts. Thanks, Patchouli. That's very nice of you. Hi, Coffee with KJ. How's everybody doing? How's our Fridays? Good evening from Rotterdam. Where's Rotterdam? Give me approximates. Are you like what country is that, for example? And if you're in the U.S., what state is that? Ooh, also, I have entirely too much hair in my face. Oh, Amsterdam. Question mark. Oh, Amsterdam question mark. Also, hi, Eric. Hi, Sid. How's everybody doing? Tell me about your days. Also, I'm pretty sure this is on the wrong thing. It is. It does love to do that. Please stop doing that. OBS, get it together. Hi, I'm sleepy. Hi, LG. Oh, the Netherlands. Okay, so close. I had Duncan to get through my all-nighter. Okay, honestly, fair. Love that. Hi, Astrid. Thank you. Yeah, because I had to do an everything shower, and sometimes I'm not in the mood to heat style my hair, so I just put it in braids. And then this is what it looks like when I take the braids out. So, life hack. If you want super curly, puffy braids, French braid your hair, or braids, puffy curls, French braid your hair, and then take it out like 24 hours later. See, I'm not really a maple donut person, but I love that for you. Discovered pistachio butter this week. I've never tried that either. Is it good? I mean, I'm assuming it's good if you're obsessed with it. Also, hi, Sarah. Hi, Lacey. New bingo square. I was just looking at Love is Blind actually to see when the next season is coming out. They haven't announced anything yet, but it seems like it's probably going to be in late fall. So submit your suggestions for bingo squares now so we can get everything on there. Hi, Giselle. Super busy day today. Just hopping on to wish everyone a great day and a weekend. Oh, that's very nice. Thanks, Giselle. I hope you have a great day and a great weekend too. I created a monster. Just put more purple in my hair. That's so exciting, Allie. Please tell us how it goes. Kinetic, let me breathe. I know, Penguin. Tell me about it. How many seasons of Love is Blind are they going to make? As many as they can possibly eke out before the franchise dries up. That's the answer to that question. The limit does not exist. I just started watching this season a week or so ago, and now I'm actually caught up and watching it live. Yay! Grace, that's really fun. It's dry already. It looks great. I just wanted a bigger section. Ooh, fun! Dear what? Gems, same thought. Same brain. They're probably going to roll out Perfect Match this summer. Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's definitely more Perfect Match coming. Yes, thank you, Moo. We still need a fanfic of Maggie roasting the producers. That's the only kind of fanfic that better ever exist about me, is me just trying to be an ethical girly on the set of Love is Blind. My dyslexia really got my goat with that message, and I was like, I don't think I can read that out loud. Liv, you got a membership. Joe, thank you for the 10 more memberships. Astrid, Liv, Patchouli, Dulce, Anne, Miss Angela Larg, Victoria, the Duchess of Muffins, Annie, and Roots Basket. Welcome to the McNugs. Thank you, Joe, for 10 more memberships. You're on some other stuff this morning. Thank you, Joe. I'm finally getting around to watching the second season of Interview with a Vampire. What's that? Please tell me about that. That sounds interesting. Hi, Em. Joe's just excited to have us back. Honestly, fair. Yeah. Speaking of which, shout out to all of you who hung out with us at the patron-only streams last week, because there was a bunch of new faces and it was so fun to see you all. So it was really nice to have some new people to hang out with. Sorry, I forgot to put all my stuff on Do Not Disturb. Has a second season of Queer Ultimatum been confirmed? I don't think so. Not that I want my peoples to be exploited like that, but I'm just curious. Same. I don't think so. I don't know if it just didn't perform as well or like what the deal is, but I don't think they did that. Have you watched Sinners? It's amazing. No. Generally speaking, if there is a show that you're like, oh, I wonder if Mickey has watched this, and it's not like something we watch for the channel, probably not. I don't watch a lot of TV. I definitely don't watch a lot of movies. So I'm not a very learned individual, especially about scripted shows. That is a weakness of mine. Sinners was so good. Okay. 1930s Southern guy is my new fashion inspo. Okay. Work. Love that for you. How does the membership work again? So if you are a McNug, which is I think it's $1.99 memberships. Those are the ones that get gifted typically. Then you have access to all of our emotes. You get a little thing next to your name. And I think you get access to like members only posts and stuff if we ever post those, but to be fair, we don't do that a lot. The $5 and above tiers. So the Snosh Blossoms, the Escargot Words, and the Snack-a-Lanterns, all three of those tiers get you access to the Discord server. And other stuff, obviously. There's other things on there, but Interview with a Vampire is a book that was adapted into a movie and now finally the excellent TV show that it deserves. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they got all three. Also, gay magical girls. Love. Fair enough. Excuse. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here with y'all. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for coming. Looks like such a fun take on vampires. That's very interesting. I don't really watch a lot of vampire media either, honestly. I think Twilight sort of scarred me as a child because it was supposed to be, well, as a child, I thought it was going to be good. And then it turned out it was all bad. So the movie had Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. Oh, I don't know if you guys like Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, but I do not. So I'm not judging you if you do. I just don't like them. Team Lestat? Who's that? Is that an actor or an actress? Kirsten Dunst is the child vampire. Oh, so it's like old. Also, what is this doing under here? Ugh. My hair is pissing me off. I feel like, you know how sometimes when you get overstimulated and your hair is like all up in your business? That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm like, do I have a clippy? I don't think I do. Pray for me, everyone. I don't have a clippy and my hair is pissing me off, so we'll see how this goes. The show is Galaxies Better. Okay. House of the Night. Okay. There's a lot of vampire media happening in the chat today. Lestat is the vampire from Interview with a Vampire. Got it. Okay. House of Night. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to like the stream. It's helpful and also just kind. Speaking of which, I forgot to put myself on live chat because our designated live chat reminder person is out this week. Who, God bless. I hope that she's having so much fun. I say Mickey, two dudes I did not care for. Yeah, same. I cannot have my hair on my neck. Yes, same. Normally it doesn't bother me if it's straight because I can like sort of move it, but when it's curly, it's like all up in my business. So it's fine. Maybe once we start the show, I'll forget about it, honestly. Who knows? It was the 90s. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because if Kirsten Dunst was a child, then surely this happened a while ago. The amount of times I've considered going bald because of the overstimulation. Yes, Caldy, same. Actually, fun fact about me, I did in fact chop off like most of my hair as a little girl because it was bothering me. So I snuck into the kitchen at nighttime and used my parents' very large kitchen shears to just like cut all that hair off. My parents had a meltdown. I'm catching the bus for work right now and also watching the live stream. But wow, we're in the future. Hi, Patchouli. That's really fun. Hi, Art. I just got home from a haircut where I went short enough that I don't have to tie it back for work. I've never looked more like I'm in a boy band in the best way possible. Okay, love that. That's so fun. I buzzed my head for exactly that reason. You guys, please don't try to radicalize me to shave my head because I just, honestly, when I'm overstimulated, I might actually think about it. Although I feel like that would be a little bit of an issue as far as the hair color is concerned. I cut all my hair off when I was a kid too to look like my dad. Aw, oh, that's really cute. I cut mine off because it was bothering me. I love having long hair. I blame my parents for keeping it short when I was younger. That's fair. You know, I had really long hair actually as a child too, and I think that's also why I don't like having long hair now. Okay, we're going to see, hold on, entertain yourselves for one moment. I'm going to grab my bag because I want to see if I have a clippy. Sometimes I keep an emergency clippy in my bag, but the problem, why do I have a camera battery in my bag? Pumpkin, can you remind me to take this camera battery out of my bag when I get home, please? Because what on earth is that? You know what's funny? I was looking for that the other day, too. Because it's one of the nice ones. That might have happened with me. Is it possible that having to perform a gender role? Yeah, probably. I could see that being a big part of it. Okay, not in there either. I have a bunch of receipts that probably need to go in the trash. I once cut a bang while eating my ramen. Oh my god. Okay, we've got cough drops. We've got Band-Aids. No clippy. So, love that for me. I should really start keeping clips or something in the office. Hi, Natalie. Yes, we just got started. My mom wouldn't let me cut my hair until I was 13, and then she cried. Oh my god. My confused 12-year-old bisexual ass watching that movie. That's really funny. That's how I felt about Pride and Prejudice, actually, as a child. Because I was like, why do I like this movie so much? That and Charlie's Angels. I was like, I just really like this movie, like, a lot. I just think we should watch it over and over again. You have a heat trap on your head. What happened? Maybe you could like put your hair in a shower cap. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like that would make my head really hot. I was so into vampires in high school. I had a grill that was just 2 silver fangs. Okay, but kind of sick though. That's kind of a vibe. I don't understand why parents are so controlling about kids' hair. You know, I don't know. And I don't really get it either, but I think it's odd. People have really strong feelings about it, which is interesting to me because if I had a child, I would be like, as long as it's clean, like, make sure that you're maintaining safe hygiene, but otherwise, it's fine. Twilight was uncomfortably Mormon. It's funny because at the time, reading it as a child, I didn't really flag that, but now as an adult, I'm like, oh god, what is going on here? I want shorter hair. It's the air gets under the hairs to my head instead of even a ponytail hair helmet. Why sometimes I want a pixie cut. Oh, got it. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Have we already done the political discussion? If not, I have a short rant that I want to get off my chest. No, I mean, we haven't like officially said no more political stuff, so feel free. Also, keep in mind, though, try not to include, too potentially triggering type of content. The chat is a shared space, so we try to be mindful of that. My little brothers want to grow their hair out, but my mom gives them ugly buzz cuts. Oh, that's really sad. I really wish that we would let people of varying genders just grow long hair if they want to, because, like, what does it matter, you know? The pain of tiny rubber bands. Oh, God, I know. It took me a long time to be okay with using those, because sometimes they're useful. Like, if I want to put my hair up in little like, antenna ponytails, or, like, little space buns, they're useful for that, or, like, the bottoms of French braids and stuff. But I refused to use them for a really long time because I was like, they're gonna hurt my head. Turns out, if you just don't tighten them to the dickens, then it's fine. You can just use them in a nice way. I don't want to go to film class. Honestly, I might miss it. Oh no, Natty, I'm sorry. The executive dysfunction gets us all sometimes. Doop doop doop. Controlling kids' hair is definitely adjacent to they're my property. And yes, and they'll look how I want them to look. Morgan, it is kind of a similar vibe. I just want to say fuck RFK Jr. for what he said about autistic people. Yes. Yeah, things are getting scary, you guys. Do make sure, to what degree you're able to, that you're being checked in with local government and community engagement if you can, because it's important right now. I cut my hair a couple of weeks back. It looks cute, and now that it's a lot shorter, but I miss my long hair. Very librarian, I'm so sorry. That's such a real thing. I hope that over time you love your short hair, though. I'm sure it looks lovely. I'm getting my hair recolored tomorrow. Ooh, raspberry colored. How fitting. That's really fun, raspberry, I tell you. I got a pack of ouchless hairbands. Oh, cute. That's smart. I'm out with my horse Elfie right now. She had a good week, but she's very sore. Oh no. I have always wondered that. Like, do you think animals understand why they're sore? Because obviously when we do a workout and then we're sore, we're like, woof. But I wonder if, like, dogs, when they run a lot or something, like, do their muscles get sore and then they're like, oh, that was because of that? Or do you think they're just like, what the fuck's happening to my body? I hope it's the former and not the latter. Hi Fabian, how you doing? A visual novel I've been reading made me want to get new glasses. Oh, fun. I'm a clip girly. They don't hurt my head. Yes, Agatha. Claw clips have me in a chokehold. I love claw clips so much. If they do know, it doesn't stop them from continuing to do the ouchy things. That's true, Gems, because our oldest dog, Savannah, when she got knee surgery, girl, it was like trying to hold down a horse. Like, they had to prescribe her different sedatives because she had a bad reaction to the first ones, but also because she was just like, could not be contained. Like, somebody's outside closing their car door too loud. I have strong feelings about it. I'm going to start to stand up. It was the most stressful period of time, trying to keep her from hurting herself, even though it was like obvious that her leg was in pain and she needed to just fucking lay down. Has anyone seen the Honey Don't trailer? No, what's that? Oh, that's interesting, Natalie. They have a different mindset about soreness than injury. I'm a clip girly. They don't hurt my head. Yeah. This is random, but I'm trying to decide what to make for my best friend's birthday. It's hard to shop for them because she's very cool and has way better taste than me. Sweetie, I feel like best friend gifts are hard because sometimes you know so much about a person that you're like, I don't know what to narrow in on, you know? But also, if they're your best friend, I'm sure that they'll love you what you get them because they love you, you know? Anyone have advice how to explain ADHD to a 6-year-old? What do you wish your parents said or didn't? That is such a good question. Sorry, I'm just grabbing a foot thing because my feet are tired already. Explaining stuff in an age-appropriate way can be really difficult because sometimes what is age-appropriate is not exactly informative, you know? So it's a balancing act, I feel. Speaking of what to make, what should I do for Mother's Day treats? I pass out goodies usually. That's really fun, patchouli, but truly no idea. Ugh. He has ADHD, just started meds. Joe, you've been a member for 20 months? That's wild. Thanks for being a member for so long. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I think explaining neurodivergence to kids is not that dissimilar to explaining other differences, right? Some people's brains are just different. Some people's brains are different, and so we need different help for the things our brains can either do really well or that they can't do really well, and that's fine. Rice Krispie treats are a classic, and they're also really easy to make, which is lovely. Yeah, I love a good Rice Krispie treat. I used to love making cake pops, that they're such a fucking pain in the ass. Natty, me too. My brain makes me go sue me. Do you have any advice for someone in therapy on mood stabilizers and still does stuff like steal family heirlooms from their mom? Is there anything that can be done to salvage? That is a very specific question, Raspberry. It's illegal for me to give specific advice. And also, quite frankly, just really hard because lacking the context around something makes it difficult to give advice generally. But if therapy and therapeutic interventions are not working, then there is a different approach that we need to take, right? I do not prescribe to the belief that, like, if something's not working, then somebody's just beyond help, because that sucks. But if it's not you, then that can be hard, right? It's a hard position to be in, trying to help somebody help themselves, especially if they're not ready to help themselves. It's how I buy things for my family members who never ask for anything but socks. Hold on, I missed a chapter. He was asking for socks. My husband said his gift giving philosophy is to combine two interests. So you like Captain America and working out? Captain America workout hoodie. Yeah, that's a pretty solid strat, I would say. Putting those things together can be a winning strategy, I would say. Because then it's, it's personal, but sometimes it's a very specific or niche thing, which is fun. I love getting socks, though. Honestly, me too, except not right now, though, because my parents did a thing where they got me 30 of a bunch of things that I like for my 30th birthday, and one of which was socks. But I now have, like, fucking 60 pairs of socks. So I need to figure out where I'm storing all of that, because not all of them are, like, all year long. Like, sometimes I have, like, winter socks, or, like, I have socks for my boots. I have, like, fuzzy, cozy socks, Hi, Anna. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Discord, too. So I'm trying to figure out if I should just put those in, like, a cold weather area, or, I don't know. I know, Allie. Isn't it cute? Yeah, they got me a bunch of snacks and stuff, too. They got me 30 Christmas ornaments because they know I love Christmas. It was kind of sweet, actually. I need 60 more pairs of socks. Oh, my God. Hello? I have entirely too many socks. I'm kind of insufferable about it. I think it's the autism. Because certain socks are good for certain pairs of shoes, right? Like, I have socks that are for running. I have socks that are for lounging. I have socks that are for winter, etc., like we just talked about. Socks that go with particular pairs of shoes. It's a problem. It's a thing. I'm almost done with my junior year of college. Yay! Liv, that's super exciting. Hopefully the year finishes out good. I know, big love to everybody who is currently going through or has already finished finals and end of the year stuff, because it's a time of the year that can be quite trying. So, also, hold on, this is too low now. Better. Because I'm standing on a big, tall foot thing. Ooh, my hair is pissing me off. I'm really about to go check the bathroom to see if there's a hair tie thing. I have like 20 pairs of black cotton socks. In winter, I go wild with woolen ones, though. Yeah, that's valid. All of my socks are either black or gray, and then I have like 2 pairs of white socks. I am a painfully millennial person, and I will not apologize for that. I don't care. Finally free from studying, at least for a couple months. Yay! I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. You did it. Is your hair long enough to pin up with a pen? Like, in theory, but I'm really bad at that. I feel like you all would stand here and watch me struggle with a pen. Here, you know what? Let's do that. Hold on. Because I don't need these right now anyways. So let's do our best. Okay. We need a pen that won't get caught. This is a good one. How is that millennial? Gen Z makes fun of everybody for everything, but especially apparently millennials have a fixation with black socks and also with like the, what do you call it? Like the ankle length ones. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. I have to pull these out. Hi, Michelle. I don't know if I said hi to you already, but I got distracted. I feel like that's too much of that. Now it's overstimulating me again. Go back over there. Oh, I have to do this again now. Yeah, no-show socks. That's what it is. Apparently millennials are like weird about no-show socks. And Gen Z likes crew cut socks. Which could not be me. That's so incredibly annoying. I don't want to break this pen. You can tie your hair with nothing? Is that the thing where you like tie your hair with your hair? Because I'm afraid of that. My hair is already crunchy. All right, let's see if we can sort this out. Ow. Okay, maybe. I really feel like I'm about to break this pen and I don't want to get pen ink all over my fucking head. Hold on. I also have a hangnail that is getting caught in my hair and it's driving me absolutely insane. Yes, I know that you're not supposed to pick at your fingers. Erin, look away. Do as I say and not as I do. I'm so sorry, everyone. I might actually die if this gets caught in my hair one more time. Okay, that's not coming off. It's fine. Okay, let's try this again. Of course, I finally got it and then I pulled too much of my bangs out. R.I.P. I always show socks, ironically. I roll them down to my knee highs because otherwise they either cut into my leg. Oh. You wrap it around one finger and then you pull the end. This just will not go through my hair. Oh my God. Ow. See, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't have thick hair anymore. And then stuff like this happens and I'm like, oh, never mind. Okay, just go back there. Try putting your headphones on like a headband. I have done that before, but it's like a little bit. Okay. That's not the best situation, but it's not the worst. It's off my fucking neck. I want to dress like if I want to dress like a cottagecore lesbian, I will. Okay, love that, Cobble Jen. Keep that energy. I know, Gems, I'm honestly so surprised that I managed to do that. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, I feel so much better. Okay. Thank you, Patchouli. I feel like from the back it probably looks fucking nuts, but the back of my head is none of my business. So if ankle socks fall below the level of the shoe, that can be uncomfy or even lead to heel blisters. Yes, for sure. I do like the ones that have like the little bumper thing on the back. So I'm not necessarily like a full no-show sock person, but also like it was traumatizing being a child in the early 2000s and people would make fun of you for seeing your socks. It was like oh, we can tell that you're poor because we can see your like tall socks, because at the time no-show socks in like the big packages from like Walmart or whatever were not as popular. And like were harder to get. And also I think if they did exist even at that time, they were like more expensive. So it was the thing where like everybody for Christmas got a big pack of crew cut socks Yeah, that was that. But if you wore them like that, then kids would fucking make fun of you. Kids are cruel. Kids are terrible. So now I'm like just used to wearing no-show socks. It's just the way, you know? Sock Dreams is size inclusive for what it's worth. I like a knee sock from time to time. Ooh, fun. Yeah, wide calf socks are impossible to find. Oh, those ballerina socks were terrible. God. RIP for, or to everybody wore ballerina flats in the early 2000s and had the stinkiest feet because it was me. My feet were constantly sweaty in high school because all I wore was ballerina socks and flats. I love funky socks. I'm grown up now, so I can wear bunnies and foxes on my socks if I wish. Love that, KB, as you should. Scout, that's totally fair. Sock shaming wasn't a thing in my schools. Okay, that's nice. Maybe I just went to school with a bunch of really cruel ass motherfuckers, but the flats era was a horror. It truly was. It was not good. It was not good. I'm still in my flats era. Raspberry, do your feet not hurt? That was the other thing. It's like my feet were sore all the time. I cannot, at my age, I cannot be walking around with absolutely zero arch support. I don't really have a lot of arch in my foot, but I can't be walking around with zero arch support all the time. I can wear a cute sneaker every now and again for like an hour or two, right? Like run an errand, but not long term. I graduated in 2005 though. Okay, yeah, that might be different then. Excuse. I was alive in the day when they had the little puffy balls on the back. Oh my God, Lisa, that just unlocked a memory. Me too, when I was little. Did you guys also have a parent that dressed you up in the little lacy ones that like folded down and then they were like little frilly like doilies on the edge of your socks? And the little Mary Janes? Yeah, me too. Especially for church. Yes. And Easter and Mother's Day and Father's Day and birthdays and every single holiday. Yeah, Thanksgiving, every single holiday. National Secretary Day. National Secretary Day. Girl, I had a fancy outfit on. Yeah, but they were like flat though, Those are kind of a vibe though. Those lazy socks were for church only. All the baby pictures. Yeah. I actually had a pair of shoes as a kid that I was like obsessed with. They were apparently these little like raspberry colored Mary Janes that were like velvet on the outside. I don't know where my parents got these fucking shoes from, but I wore them all the time. Like I insisted on wearing these shoes. But we would wear, you know, the little outfits. My mom had a collection of little dresses for us that we rotated for holidays and stuff. It was a whole thing. Yeah, it was so overstimulating because also they made me wear fucking tights. I had to wear tights as a child, and all I wanted to do was run around with my cousins and be a demon. But that was not becoming of a young lady, so we weren't supposed to do that. But we did kind of do it anyways, though, to be fair. I ripped and got mud all over quite a few holiday outfits as a child. Also, yes, I know, I'm so sorry. I should stop doing this. And also, I finally got all of it off. Ooh, I feel so much better. Okay. I want adult white ruffle socks. I'm sure that they sell them, especially in a world where, like, cosplay and, you know, that kind of thing exists. I'm sure that there are anime cosplayers who are eating those up. Caldy, I still fucking hate tights. I will wear them if it's absolutely necessary, but otherwise I'm like, no, thank you. Because they're fucking awful. They squeeze you and squidge you, and they're just like not right. I don't like it. Tights are hard, but I love my pretty patterned ones. That's fair. Yeah. If you're into that kind of thing, then I feel like you probably get desensitized to it a little. But because I never wear them, anytime I do put them on, I'm like, I'm gonna die. Yeah, Michelle, me too. Mostly because my finger was getting caught on my hair and it was really bothering me. It's like that thing when you become aware of a hangnail and now you can't stop thinking about it. But it's fine. We're done. I'm not going to do that anymore. I never wear them anymore. I just can't. No, that's fair. Hold on. What about this? Osh, gosh, but gosh. Oh, yeah. Jamie, that's so cute. We also did that. The hand-me-downs, me and my cousins. There was hand-me-downs happening between the two of us. But yeah, also the thrift store. I have been shopping at the thrift store and at Goodwill since before it was cool. And I am going to die mad. Not actually, but I'm going to die mad about the fact that as a child, it was like embarrassing. It was like a taboo thing. It was like, oh, your family's poor if you shop at the thrift store. Like, and now it's like the cool girl thing to do. Because where was this energy when like me and all of my friends were shopping at Goodwill because that's what was attainable to us. Speaking of sensory nightmares, I'm walking in the rain jeans. Oh, Natty. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. Honestly, just like jeans generally, not my thing. Not my thing. I don't know how I lived the majority of my adult life wearing skinny jeans. Like, what was wrong with me? How did I even wear those? If I try to put on skinny jeans now, it's not happening. I will wear jeans if they're like my big, giant, loose, comfy pants. I need wide leg pants, but no denim. Yeah, I feel that. Skinny jeans are a crime. They're so uncomfortable. Why do the mask silhouette pants why do they have shape and space for you to exist? But if it's a silhouette that is like a femme leaning, even just like femme leaning, now all of a sudden there's no space in these pants for nothing. Like, what is that? I would like to breathe. Thank you. In my mom leggings and pajama pants era. I love that. Yes. I like jeans, but I couldn't stand wearing flares now. Dragging my shoes all the time. Walking up the rain. Yes, little E. Oh my God. I also did that. Where the back would have like an arch-shaped hole from me stepping on them. Oh my God. Especially when it was cold. We didn't get snow or anything, obviously, because I live in Arizona. But if it was like raining or wet outside at all, then it would be like this big water line all the way up the backside of your pants. Jeans are a sensory nightmare. That's fair. The gender dysphoria Bible is right. I've discovered a type of jeans that I like, and now I want to get 5 pairs of the same. Okay, KB, I unabashedly do that. Like, absolutely unashamed to own the same pair of jeans 3 times in different washes because they're just comfortable. They're just comfortable, and I like them, and honestly, they're kind of a serve, so I don't care. Skinny jeans and band shirt and a beanie. Oh, that's cute. And hey, the earrings fit in. It's fashion. Oh my God, fun. Hold on. Rainbow glasses. Love. This might not be possible for everybody or every body type, but I figured out a particular fit of men's jeans that fit me. And let me tell you, men's jeans are so much nicer in terms of feel and pockets. Yes. Why do we not get pockets? I've yet to find a pair of men's jeans that are comfortable, or like men's pants generally that are actually comfortable for me. I think it is because I'm a plus size person, and that my proportions are not what apparently plus size retailers think they should be. So it's a journey. If I ever find some, I'll tell you guys. The current style though are cut at or above the ankle, so that also makes me want to die. Yeah, that's fair. And also I will proudly wear the cuffed pants as part of my bisexual dues. That's part of the dues for being a bisexual weirdo, is that your ankles have to be exposed all the time, and it's mandatory that you sit weird. Cuffed, sure, but just at the hem. That's fair. If they're just like already short, then like what is that? Like, it's a mood sometimes, I guess, but Yeah, I just like cuffed pants, I think, is what I'm learning. I like my pants to be cuffed, especially because then I can tighten them so that they're like a flare, you know, or like a taper. That's the word I'm looking for. Very bisexual of you. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. It takes a lot of work to get people to notice. Ooh, that's smart, Kiera. I do know how to sew, but I don't think I'm good enough at it for that to be a thing. I wish I was. I respect people who can sew wearable items so much. My school hosts an end of semester carnival, but it's raining and I'm hearing random rhythmic yelling. Oh no. What's happening? Please be careful. I love thrifting men's clothing because it's so much better quality and often has a more relaxed fit on me. Yeah, that's what people seem to be saying. Seems like that's kind of the trend. Oh, hemming tape? That's smart. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know what is wrong with me. I have a little bit of a cough. What the hell? I didn't even have anything that's like dairy adjacent even. Because sometimes that will happen after I have like a coffee. But I didn't even have a coffee today. I should have. Damn. Now that I think about it. Okay. I'm going to get a seltzer and then we're going to get started watching this awful show because we just need to get it over and done with. So please entertain yourselves for 2 seconds while I get a seltzer. Okay, thanks. Actually, 2 more seconds because I have to fix this. It's backwards. A week-long sinus infection. My God. Excuse. Oh no, did you guys see the back of my head just then? Hopefully not. Now I'm warm. Okay. All right. Any final notes situating? Oh no. Okay, it's fine. I'm just going to put a Band-Aid on my finger when I get home. Okay. We are going to watch the show at 1.25 speed because it's just so slow for no reason. I think that was easier than watching the show. Scooter booter. How rude of you to call us out like this. Okay. Anyways, we're watching at 1.25 speed because it's terrible. We're skipping the recap because we don't need it. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds into the show. So if you're syncing it on your own device at home, that's where we're at. Fair warning, loud noise because I'm going to open a can. Boop, boop, boop. And in case you're unfamiliar, we're watching season 3, episode 6. It's called Fortune Favors the Bold. So if you're unaware of what's going on, quite frankly, it's so much to explain. I think it's best if we just we'll find it along the way, you know? Okay. All right, here we go. We're at 1 minute and 35 seconds and my headphones are off, so I need to fix that also. And this is muted, so let's fix that. Okay, 1 minute and 35 seconds. Here we go. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. No, Christ alive, that's so loud. It's muted, but it's still playing. I'll let you guys know.
No. Hi, how are you?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Long night.
How is
Yeah, that was
the
gnarly.
volume?
There she is.
What are you doing?
What up, girl?
I didn't even see your outfit.
I know, right?
Oh, look at those muscles.
So how did it go?
Oh, you would have loved it.
Really?
No, it felt a little messy.
A little. I know that he did not just toss that in the dishwasher like that. Hold on, I'm going to be a jerk.
Really?
We're rewinding.
No, it felt a little messy.
I'm just being annoying. Mira? Oops. Oh my God, I almost changed the thing. What is that? That's so offensive. I'm so sorry. Hi, Tien. Yeah, thanks for coming. Just here for the vibes. Fair enough. And yes, I think I have had the cherry obituary. I'm not really a cherry person, to be fair, but it's like fine. Why do you ask? No, I have a feeling he's perfectly aware of how dishwashers work. He's just being a brat. Okay, let's continue. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna mute it for a sec because I'm not in the mood for the, what is it called? Copyright issues.
What up?
Okay. Yeah, they're returning from the boys' night, girls' night, where Scotty and what's his name had a little spat.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly you're not, so let me know if you want to talk. What's wrong? Do you need space right now?
Okay. Everything about the way that this man engages in conflict is genuinely kind of scary. Scooter booter. Okay, couple of things. I want to normalize being an imperfect person, right? We talk a lot on the channel about ideal ways to engage in conflict. So please understand that this is not me saying if you do any of these things that therefore you're an abuser or a manipulator or that you have like those traits. And there's a lot of stuff that has added up over the last couple of episodes to paint a picture that is concerning about the way that this man conducts himself in relationships. This just being another thing. If your partner asks you, hey, are you okay? And your response is to stonewall them and to do this, like a Kubrick stare, then we have a problem, right? This is stonewalling, first of all, but also like a clear attempt at intimidation. This is not okay. If you need space before you're ready to have a talk about something, or if you know that you're too emotionally flooded, just say that, right? You don't have to say it perfectly. Again, I want to be clear that sometimes we stonewall people because it's a socially acceptable thing. Sometimes we stonewall people because we didn't have healthy conflict resolution modeled for us as children. There's lots of reasons that we might do this. And this seems like not that. This seems like a clear attempt at intimidation and at controlling the narrative here, right? I'm refusing to allow you to resolve this conflict until I'm ready to do it. So we're sort of wrenching the control out of our partner's hands. This is no longer a cooperative. This is now a, we'll talk about it when I'm good and ready. And until then, I'm going to sort of poke and prod you to try to make you emotionally uncomfortable by doing these things, right? Because this is not a please leave me alone, right? This is not a like, I'm overwhelmed and you need to leave me alone, right? Or like, I'm not ready and I need space. This is a like, clearly I'm indicating to you that I'm not okay and I'm not going to let you escape this situation though. This sucks. Yes, if you've never seen or heard of the Gottman's Four Horsemen thing, you should look that up because it is pretty illuminating about relationships. So, okay, we're at 3:23. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I have a question.
Yes.
I want to know if I've ever said anything negative or talked shit about JR to you. Have I done that? This is a yes or no question. This is not an elaborate on my perspective question or find the gray area question. Have I or have I not?
This is fucked up because it's clear that what he's trying to do is pull like a gotcha so that he can justify being shitty to her. If somebody talks to you like this, please know that you're well within your right to be like, bye. I'm not participating in this because again, this is not a collaborative conversation with a shared goal at conflict resolution. This is one partner backing the other partner into a corner for the purpose of being right and for the purpose of justifying their emotional reactivity, which sucks. Don't do that. And if somebody does this to you, again, you're well within your rights to be like, no, goodbye. I'm not having this conversation with you. All right, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Have you ever talked shit?
About JR.
Directly? No. What happened and why are you bringing this energy right now?
JR went off.
About what?
He said that I was talking shit about him, and like he was saying something like, maybe you're trying to cast doubt in Zaina's head to make it seem like I'm doing something that I'm not. And I'm just like, bro, I don't know who you are. Like, I would never say that you're trying to get a hall pass or you're here for the wrong reasons. The way he came off was like wild. Like, I was just like, bro, who the fuck do you think I am? Like, that is not acceptable at all, period.
Okay, so I think this is painting a greater picture here. He's embarrassed. This man was made to feel small. He felt like his masculinity and his efficacy was being questioned and called out onto the carpet in front of a group of other men. This is my pop psychology armchair opinion based on this very curated and edited presentation, to be clear. We're not necessarily talking about him as a person, but the situation, right? My assumption, my best guess, is that in this situation where he had his masculinity, his control, his power called out onto the carpet in front of a group of other men, he felt embarrassed. And so now, because he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions, we're turning this on his partner because she is somebody that he can, in a theoretical, proverbial sense, punch down, right? To him, he's in the top of the hierarchy in their relationship, so he can heap all of this bullshit on her, cast some blame, make some accusations, do some finger pointing, because from his perspective, he's able to do that, right? Like the hierarchy allows him to do that in a situation where he wasn't able to do that previously. This is literally it's a terrible phrase. People talk about this, the kick the dog thing, right? When somebody lacks the emotional regulation skills to resolve a conflict within themselves and to resolve feelings of embarrassment and shame within themselves, they take it out on somebody who's lower than them in the hierarchy. That's literally what's happening. No, it is. It's so scary. Well, okay, actually, Em, this is the other thing, because Em in Discord said, did you give her a fucking second to answer? This is the other thing. If you get backed into a corner like this, I would encourage you, first, if it's safe for you, if you have a reasonable and safe exit strategy, to know that you're allowed to say, I'm not answering that question, right? Because this conversation is not about us, it's about you. And so I'm not answering questions that serve your purposes when it has nothing to do with our shared goal of conflict resolution. Because that's not okay. Okay, let's keep going. 4:21, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
He refused to say where he got that information from.
So you automatically think it's me?
I never said that.
The energy you're giving me is if like...
I'm not giving you any energy.
Yes, you are.
I'm frustrated that somebody would misunderstand my character like that. I don't give a shit about how many weights you lift, how big you are, how much you eat per day. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Were you intimidated?
See? Hell no. You think I'm intimidated by
No,
JR?
I'm just like, it's a lot.
What relevance does that have to the conversation?
It's a lot of energy
See?
right now that you are taking out on me. So just separate that. I need you to take a moment. I need you to take some deep breaths.
I'm not taking it out on you.
Listen, I did nothing to you. Nothing is concrete about how he got information.
Why are you raising your voice?
Because you just went on.
This is what it looks like when somebody creates a problem, causes you to feel defensive, but then turns the finger to say, you're being crazy. Why are you yelling at me? This is literally Darvo in action. Yeah. So if someone does this to you, often we might not notice that this is happening in the moment, but if you have a pattern of feeling like, how does this keep happening, right? At the end of these conversations, I feel like an asshole and I feel like somehow everything is my fault, except that my concerns don't ever feel addressed. Like I feel very unsettled and very like not heard in my relationship, but somehow I feel like everything is my fault. This might be why, because somebody might be covertly sometimes not very covertly, manipulating you by doing these things where he is throwing stuff in the dishwasher and being very jerky in his movements, right? Ripping the paper towel off the paper towel holder. And then when she says, okay, well, if you need time, then like I'm here to talk. But then he does this thing where he puts his hands on the counter and stares at her for like 20 seconds. And now we're having this conversation about like, bang, 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 where it seems like he's saying all the things that he wished he would have said to JR to her, but he didn't say them to JR, probably because he was intimidated. And now that she said, oh, were you intimidated? Now we're really upset because we're saying the thing that he's deeply ashamed of, which is that it seems like he was intimidated by JR. But he didn't say that out loud, but he's upset about having been seen in that. So now we're getting really upset, and now we're doing the thing where we're being backwards to get her to react and then say, well, why are you doing this to me? Right? You're victimizing me. Danny, thank you for the 5 memberships. Also, hi. Thanks for coming. We've missed you. HB Tried, KY Cupcakes, Ghosty, Crystalline, and Sarah Lenabot. Welcome to the McNugs. Thank you, Danny, for adding some more McNugs to our little Happy Meal. Yeah, Marzana, if you notice this happening, please know, again, if you have like the safety that you're perfectly within your rights to try to remove yourself from this conversation, because often, especially if we're somebody who has trauma around over-explaining things because we have been chronically misunderstood as a child, this can become a very dangerous combo where we feel like, if I just explain it perfectly, then eventually they won't be mad at me, right? Except that it locks you in this cycle of having to have a conversation with someone who is not at all actually having a conversation with you. Okay. Time. We're at 5 minutes and 14 seconds ish. Okay. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Like, check yourself.
Okay, that's fair. I can
So
do
let's
that.
take some deep breaths and let's have an adult conversation where we can talk about what happened.
Good for her.
You're telling me you haven't talked to JR
Bye,
at all?
Art.
Honestly, like, JR and I have really detached ourselves.
Okay.
If you're like assuming that it's me,
I didn't.
it is not. But your questions are leading to an assumption.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
I'm
are.
not, just because I ask you a question doesn't mean I've
What was
already...
the point of that question then?
I was asking you.
For what purpose?
Clarification. That's what you do, right?
Okay.
This is also the thing where, because it's not said explicitly out loud, therefore it doesn't exist. This happens a lot when somebody's trying to gaslight you. This sucks. You don't have to put on a whole PowerPoint presentation to prove to somebody that the unspoken assumption, that's a very reasonable assumption, does exist, right? I would say most people, given the way that he was acting, would assume that he was accusing her of saying stuff to JR, right? But when somebody's trying to gaslight you because, oh, well, I didn't say that out loud, you're just assuming that, right? You're making that up. That's not true. That's a very reasonable assumption to have made based on his body language, his tone, his behavior, and the way in which he brought up this conversation. But people who do this will hide behind that. Please know that it's not you. You're not crazy. Arian. Okay. 6 minutes and 1 second. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I just wanted to put an emphasis on whatever happened between you and JR is between you and JR. I have not seen this side of you. What y'all had, you brought it here. And sometimes in life, that's going to happen where you get into altercations with people or arguments with people. You need to make sure you don't bring it home to your marriage. Just know and pay attention to how your energy can affect other people. Take a second and take accountability for that energy that you brought.
Okay, well, I'm sorry if you feel like my energy was super off and it made you feel off too.
I'm sorry if...
That was a lot. So I'm glad we were able to de-escalate.
Do you accept my apology?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I might need a shot because that was too much.
You look aight, by the way.
No, ew. Oh, I really dislike him.
did, and I feel like I did it pretty damn well.
Something.
This is not... Oh, okay, yeah, and then he grabs her and forces physical affection.
Based. Can't stand your ass sometimes, but I'm just like, oh my God, Lana's just really trying to get to the bottom of it.
Listen, we are here for the same reason.
I do not like him at all. The way that he speaks to people is deeply concerning. Okay. We have like 8 minutes of music in between.
Fears are
Here we
being
go.
realized.
In what way? Like what has...
I mean, JR's like all about Sandy. He's like, I don't know, I just see her like glowing and I feel like, I don't know if I'm gonna be here at the end single or get married or leave with Sandy. GFY, bro.
Tonight I had a moment with her. The takeaway is that she got really neglected in her needs. You haven't been there for her. She's getting certain conversations and experiences with JR, and she wants you to show up emotionally stable in a way.
Yeah.
Thanks for
You were
being a
asked
McNug for
my
20
ex
months.
before Sandy. It was a similar experience. When I got comfortable, I stopped being as emotionally in check. And then once I realized that there was a potential loss, I freaked out.
Yeah.
I don't want to live that way.
So go to therapy.
I'm hopeful that she can put her anger and frustration aside and just like show up the way that she seems to be showing up for others, for me, because she just gets...
I'm blown away, blown away by the fact that this man just acknowledged that his fear is based in his own dysfunction. And then is like, well, I just hope that she can get over it and that she can show up for me. What? This man has a lot of stuff that he needs to unpack, I think. I'm so confused by the thought process here. Because, let's be clear, relationships are, to some degree, intended to contain a level of equity, right? Like, we should be making some effort to show up for one another. And when you're the person who has deeply wounded somebody else, in this situation, quite honestly, I don't even know if it would be safe, if this would be something that I would like recommend that they continue a relationship, because he has some very concerning behaviors, right? Constant phone calls, constant text messages, showing up at the door and banging on the door in the middle of the night. There is like, we're really starting to cross the line from obsession into stalking, honestly. And his expectation is that she should just get over it and show up for him so that he's not dysregulated. Except that it's his stuff, though. He needs to work on himself in order to be a safe person in relationships. We can't just demand that somebody else be our emotional support spouse so that we can never do any work on ourselves. That's not a safe relationship dynamic. Saying GFY out loud is a choice. Okay, 8 minutes and 53 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
It's really mad at me. And it was really interesting to hear the way JR described her holding space, because that hasn't happened with us.
So
Why
it
do you
could
think that is?
Be to your benefit, whatever she's learned and wants to apply.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's also, I don't trust him.
That is a fair feeling for you to have.
The funny thing is, like, I've been freaking out because I've had all these thoughts of things happening, and they're happening. You know, they're into each other, and they're definitely being physical. I mean,
What does that have to do with
he's
anything?
like falling for Sandy. Hardcore. It's written all over his face. It sounds like a love story.
I do not understand the way that this man conducts himself.
I obviously talked to Zaina. I just reiterated, he loves you so much. It's all love. And I think obviously she appreciated hearing that.
Thank you.
And how was your night? Was everybody there?
Yeah.
I didn't know if Nick was gonna show up.
They came up, and the first thing they did was come over and apologize, which I appreciated.
What did he say?
He was like, sorry about everything that happened, that's been going on. Just
This
wanted
is
to come to
JR,
you, man,
by the way.
apologize. I was like, you can sit down, we can talk. Very apologetic, like he had a change of heart or something. Oh, cool, this is a different you that I haven't seen the past few weeks. I told him, like, I appreciate your apology, but like, you know, what you did was not cool. I brought up the fact that like he kept reaching out to you and texting you. I was like, that was taking away from our experience. And he was like, well, Sandy's not telling you everything. She was also like reaching out to me, saying stuff like, you miss him and all the shit.
Of course, I've missed him. Like, there's for sure been moments where I've missed him and I've expressed that, and he's expressed that to me every day, you know?
Oh, he's owning up to it now. Apparently he had a moment of zen.
Now all of a sudden he's all like enlightened and chill. Let's see how he is in 2 days from now. I feel like my head is gonna explode. Like, I really feel like I'm been like pulled in so many different directions, and it's like with him, it's this one day, then it's this the next day, and then it's this and that, and I'm just like, I literally can't keep up.
It's almost like this experiment is really bad for you or something.
Aw.
It's almost like Netflix gets off on torturing people, allegedly.
It's just so frustrating to me.
I know.
I'm like so mad. It's bullshit. Like, he owns up to it for 1 second and then the next day continues to do it. Like, I can't, like, it's not
This
fair.
poor woman.
It's not.
I've been like trying so hard to keep it together, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally don't even want to move back in with him.
That's not a good sign.
I don't know what to do.
This poor woman. Natalie, thanks
I
for
don't
being a
get
McNug for
anything.
25 months. I just saw a new baby geese. Oh, that's really cute. Excuse. Baby geese are really precious. Okay.
Caleb,
Byron, nice to meet
you.
you.
How's it going? You guys look amazing.
Thanks.
You guys are matching and everything.
Oh, I did not want to underdress. How's it been going?
How's it been going?
It's been
Okay, this is
smooth,
Arya's
surprisingly
brother.
smooth.
Really?
Yeah, no, I thought it was gonna be like I was gonna have to
Tolerate me.
tolerate
and
her.
I thought I was gonna have to
and-
tolerate him.
What was it that made you pick Caleb?
I chose Caleb because, one, I am attracted to Caleb, but I think the thing was that I was attracted to his mind the most.
Are you calling him ugly?
No.
I'm joking.
Not at all.
You're good,
Like,
you're good.
I feel like for me, the times we've had was so unexpected. It just has been so fun.
Yeah, like we have been enjoying this. I feel like we dove in our initial dates just into like
Oh, bye,
the depth
Danny.
of our stories and how we got to this point.
You actually like were listening, taking notes, and it wasn't just like being a yes man. You weren't doing that.
And then as we actually hung out, it was like, oh wait, we have so many similar interests. We like all the same music.
Like, it's the craziest thing too. The funniness came out after. I'll tell him something super vulnerable, and he's still able to listen, make me feel heard, and then just say something funny. And I'm not just like super sad after just like sharing something.
It's not like a moment to like I don't do that to like, oh shit, this is getting serious.
Yeah,
But I'm
step
like,
out, drop a joke.
no, we take that moment and then we can ease into the jokes because at the end of it, it's like that already happened. Like,
Right.
laugh about it. Like you can laugh about it now. You survived that. You turned out to be this beautiful person. Like you're good.
Do you feel like
I don't think I
this
agree with that.
process has helped give you clarity on if Scotty will be that person or...
I think he wants to be. I think he truly wants to be that person for me. But do I think that he's gonna meet it? I don't know. I feel like sometimes he may feel attacked by me, that he doesn't give me what I want. And that's accountability. I want him to be able to apologize when things happen off the bat and not have to take like 3 to 4 business days to let me know.
Business days.
Like, to let
Hey,
me
this happened
know.
on a Friday. You're not gonna get this apology till Wednesday
We'll
of next
circle
week.
back to that one. Yeah.
Put it on my calendar.
But yeah, like I don't want that. That for me is something that is hindering me to like move forward, and I think it really does stem from being a daughter of dad. I can't have a partner I choose treat me like that because I didn't choose my dad.
Okay,
If I'm
that's
being
so
honest,
real.
like I see similarities between Scotty and Dad. When she first met Scotty, I was not a fan.
Trying not to get emotional.
It's difficult for me as an older brother to like let Arya live her own life and make her own mistakes.
Okay.
What I'm hoping is that he also sees he has flaws. And with the changeover
luck.
happening in a couple days, I just really, truly hope that at the end of this, that we can understand each other. And if we cannot, then I will have to walk away. What I can say that in the qualities that you have, like in a person, I truly know that that's those qualities, the not being judged, the way that we laugh about like literally everything, the way that you listen. I feel like all of those qualities I want in somebody that embodies like my husband.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just don't think he likes Arya enough, though.
I like Caleb. Like I really like him.
With Caleb, Arya can be fun and joke with him.
Like she just seems like her authentic self. Like she's just happy.
We'll see. See what happens.
You know that your relationship is bad when your family is like crossing their fingers that you'll choose anybody except for the person that you're with. That's not a good sign. Oh, okay, we're playing beer pong.
You have less than 72 hours. Anything else you're trying to get out of our trial marriage in 72 hours?
I've gotten a lot from you. Regardless of how you feel about it, I've gotten a lot from you.
Why would you project that?
To be fair, this week has been very
from
different.
you.
But a week and a moment and a conflict doesn't define an entire relationship.
I know that.
So, don't let it.
I won't.
See? That's what you did.
These people are really good at beer pong. Hello?
I think we're both willing to do the work. Based off of our trial marriage, I think we have recognized things that we want to work through.
I feel that. For sure, something I learned from you is let's find the resolution. Let's get to how we move past and move forward together. Because I think it's a real skill that you have is, okay, like we're upset. How do we stop going in circles? How do we find the resolution? That's not something I feel like I've been good at. But I've learned through this trial marriage experience that that is necessary. Like you have to realize that even if you're not on the same page, you're working to get there. And I think that's the hard part about arguments is two people might be on such separate pages that they don't care about being on the same page. They care about being right.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, like that's not something I feel like I've mastered the ability to do, but I definitely feel like I've been shown that it's possible in the context of this trial marriage, for sure.
I'm so sorry. I call bullshit on this. I don't know anything about this man as a human being, but based, again, on this very curated, edited presentation, I don't believe that as an adult, we just now discovered that sometimes conflict should be about trying to find a resolution rather than just trying to fight with each other. I find that very hard to believe. I want to... Yeah, this is Scotty. Hi, G-Ray. I just want to bring some awareness to the fact that folks who are abusers, especially those that are abusive in an intentional way, will sometimes do this. Where, right, I mean, people talk a lot about love bombing at the beginning of a relationship, but there is also a moment sometimes in the cycle of abuse where there is this sort of reasonable, amenable version of that person that comes out, which is then followed by tension building and then another abusive incident, right? Or a period of abuse. And this is the thing that kind of sucks people back in, and that when people say, this is why it's a red flag phrase for therapists when somebody says, well, when we're good, we're really good, but when we're bad, we're really bad. This can be a sign that we're caught in the cycle of abuse because somebody can do this, right? Abusers can do this sometimes where they pretend to be very reasonable people who are open to growing and I'm going to get better, right? I'll never do that again. It's never going to be like that. Like, you're making me better, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately the behavior doesn't change. And so especially for their relationship having been like, what, a week, 2 weeks maximum? That's not enough time to start being this like openly abusive person more consistently. Often in the early stages of an abusive relationship, we're sort of like letting out these little breadcrumbs of terrible to see how much somebody's willing to tolerate. And this kind of feels like that. I had a tiny taste of humility. I didn't like it. I'm healed now. Yeah. I just don't like this situation. Okay, 18 minutes and 38 seconds-ish. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Oh.
Okay.
Splash.
Something that I would probably say, I'm kind of opening my eyes to, I mean, a few things. I mean, obviously just being like more forward and vocal. I'm okay with independence, but I also want to do some things that are united. So like figuring out like what that middle ground is.
I feel that. There's a sense of unity in this trial marriage I don't think I expected.
It's new and it's exciting and I can live in the moment and let that happen organically. Left hand.
I just don't like this situation. I don't agree with the, we have unity and we're great and blah, blah, blah. Because also, again, we've talked about the fact that a lot of this is the honeymoon phase, new relationship stuff. Enjoying a week or 2 weeks with one another does not indicate
to get divorced.
That we're ready to get married.
No, I'm just kidding. You can sit over here.
Or be in a relationship even.
You're sick of me?
No, I'm sick of your attitude.
How? I feel like people
You've had it too the last 2 days. You know it.
Well, I think, I was upset about guys' night.
I understand you're heated and you kind of had like your daggers up and stuff with the guys, but you've kind of kept them up with me too.
During dinner, we brought up your ex, and like you're accusing me of something. So
I was not accusing you of anything, JR. I literally asked you, and I said 10 times. I am just asking you to clarify because he is saying that you said this and you said that. So I want to know actually what was said.
I told you what was said the night of.
Is it wrong of me just to ask you one more time and clarify? I get that you're sick of talking about him. So am I. But sorry, like this is like a weird situation that we're in. We're about to move back in. So
but it's been like the past 3 weeks, like the Nick show. It's like annoying. It's like he knows how to get to you no matter what you do. Block him, he'll talk to your friends. You block your friends, and he'll somehow, I don't know, have a pigeon come to our apartment and drop notes, some shit. Keeps finding little doors to creep into to affect what we have. I don't want to hear about him no more. Can't wait to be done and over with talking about him.
The fact that this woman is essentially getting stalked by her ex-boyfriend and having her boundaries repeatedly violated, having her space invaded, and her peace fucked with, and his reaction is that this isn't fair to me, is cuckoo bananas behavior. I'm so sorry. The fact that he's not expressing like an empathy for like, I can't believe that this is happening to you. How long have you been dealing with this? Is illuminating, in my opinion. This is a very selfish view of what's going on here. I can understand a level of frustration about not being afforded the same opportunity to, do their experiment or whatever. But the fact that it's been sort of endless whining about, well, what about me? What about me? What about me? Yeah, exactly. So he's mad at her. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, 2111, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I have felt like the whole time like I've owed it to you just to like try and put that shit aside and show up and be present with you.
I tell you that every day.
And maybe that's his.
You've been focusing on both of us. And you can't say that you haven't been, especially the first couple of days.
Yeah, how could I? I mean, it's difficult. Like
trying to manage his emotions and also trying to be there for me.
Because
you have been there for me. I've been saying that every day, showing up, proud of you, putting your best foot forward. But at the same time, you have been trying to manage him.
Yes, and why do you think that is, JR? Use your brain, sir. No one chooses or no one enjoys abandoning themselves forever. Very rarely, I would say, is this a behavior that is going to be self-fulfilling. Often somebody has been indoctrinated or trained to be this way. Sometimes it starts in childhood, right? Maybe we had emotionally immature parents. Maybe we had a dysfunctional family unit. Or maybe this relationship was abusive, right? Maybe this relationship was manipulative. Maybe this man has covertly coerced her into being his emotional manager, right? Which is a thing that happens sometimes in cishet relationships that are dysfunctional. Sometimes there is a patriarchal leaning that sneaks in and creates this very misogynistic expectation that it's your job to be my mommy and to take care of everything, to manage me, to help me exist at your own detriment, right? Which seems not that far off the mark given the way that he was just talking about like, well, I hope that she can just get over it and show up for me after I've stalked her for a week. Like, I just am so confused about why he is blaming her for her survival instinct in a relationship where it seems very possible, if not probable, that this man has been sucking the life out of her. I hope Sandy gets away from all of these people. Okay, 2133, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I'm trying to just talk to you about something, and you think I'm trying to like attack you. I'm not out to get you. Yes, this whole thing has been a lot, and I think that you've been a really, really good, supportive person for me through this, and I have to take care of all these people, and I'm like not really like
you see
taking care of myself because it's like I have to manage shit with Nick, but then at the same time I don't want it to look like I'm so upset because I don't want to upset you.
You've been doing a great job. I'm passionate about what I say sometimes. That's it. Like, I respect you a lot. I want to always build you up and give you compliments and praise you because you're an amazing woman at the end of the day. Guys night, all I did was praise you.
Yeah, no, I know.
And they hated it.
I feel like we've had such a good time together, and especially leading up to like the last like day or two that we have here, I want nothing but us to just have fun, end on a good note, you know?
You know, I hear what you said, and I apologize.
Thank you. I'm sorry too.
I mean, we got the changeover coming soon, so that's
what is she sorry
my
for?
mind.
Yeah.
And thinking about what happens next with Zaina is huge. You too, with Nick. Like, I don't know what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks. I don't know how her experience has been with Scotty. So I am a little bit anxious.
Ooh, I am definitely nervous for the changeover. There's a lot of emotions going into it, a lot of different thoughts. I think it's pretty clear. JR and I, we can go at it in a serious way, but at the end of the day, I feel like we'll kind of let our walls down and come together because we're really connected emotionally. You, Scorpio, you.
You're a Scorpio too. No, I never want to disrespect you at the end of the day, so I really am sorry. You mean a lot to me.
I just don't. I don't think that any of these people are a good fit for each other because the selfishness is just. Yes, Gems, exactly. I noticed that too.
3. Yes.
You did a good job making sure your gross feelings didn't impact me in any way.
No,
Okay,
you did not.
JR.
You wrote me a card?
I did.
That's really sweet. Your hair smells good.
You always tell me that.
Our time is coming to an end.
Wait,
You're gonna cry.
are you gonna cry?
I might shed a thug tear.
Really?
That'd be so fucked up if I cried over you and then cried when I broke up with Zaina.
Are we doing like 50-50 or did you sign a prenup?
You want half of everything I own after 3 weeks?
No.
Oh,
you can
3
keep
weeks.
all the
Okay, it's longer
leftovers
than I
in the
remembered.
fridge.
Oh, I so appreciate
I'm
you.
gonna take my Greek yogurt though.
I feel like in the last 3 minutes, you've made me question marriage.
You can keep the
'Cause
blender that you got.
It seems like all you want to do is take.
Ha 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 ha. Whatever. Can we please just release me? I don't want to watch fucking. Also, do we have to watch the full
Yo, buddy.
playback?
I'll be ready in just 1 second here.
Oh, okay. Sure, we're getting a tattoo. Great. I'm sure this is gonna go over well. What are we getting?
So was the reason for getting tattooed today because of Friday the 13th, or?
No, I just had a interesting few weeks and felt like it made sense.
These last weeks have been very challenging, pretty painful.
Does anybody know
and
what this
lonely,
means?
but I'm not like super jazzed for the changeover. There's a part of me that's scared that, you know, Sandy's gonna be different. Somebody can jump so quickly into something else. It says a lot.
I
This
am
is the
so
end of
annoyed by
the
him.
story of Sandy and Nick. That's not what I came here for.
Okay.
Oh, fortune favors the bold. Okay, great.
Don't even.
I sent you the wrong thing. That's the love. It's fortune favors the bold. That's fantastic.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay.
I was gonna do love conquers all, but now it's fortune favors the bold. I liked both of them, but I went with the love, and maybe that's not where my energy needs to go right now. And it's something that I can laugh about, and it's very me to have done. It's very, very me.
Can we be so astronomically fucking for real? I don't believe that for one moment because, first of all, there's a stencil. Any good tattoo artist is going to go, okay, do you like the placement? And also, I don't believe that that was the first time he looked at it because you can see, I'm rewinding because I'm annoying. I'm rewinding because I'm an asshole. Hold on. Because you can literally see that they placed the stencil on there twice and then moved it. Look. It's like right at the bottom. So I have to wait for the thing to go away. They literally moved the stencil. So you didn't realize that it was the wrong words like 3 times? That didn't occur to you? Also, when the tattoo literally says Fortuna in the middle of it, like, can we be so fucking serious? I think you didn't know what it meant until you looked it up after. Oh my God. Oh, it's just, this man seems like one of those people who enjoys being the crisis friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he creates these situations to be like, oh my gosh, da, 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 da. Can everyone please, everyone look at me, everyone support me. I just, okay. Am I losing it, or did Paintman literally fall in love and almost kiss his trial partner before she decided to leave the show? Yes, Fabian, 100%. Yeah, he started to move on really quickly, and then she was like, I don't like this. I gotta go. Okay, let's keep going. 25 minutes and 37 seconds. Pressing play. Whoops, I almost did that. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Today because of Friday the 13th, or?
Oh, hold on. We're fast forwarding.
The story of. I liked both of me to have done. It's
okay,
very,
we're at
very me.
2706-ish. No. Paintman's name is Nick, though. Yeah. This is the Nick that Sandy was just talking about. And this is the man who is like all in everybody's business. Well, Nick and Sandy's business. Oh, okay. Hello. We don't need music for this long.
So is
like
Eat.
Okay.
I want to eat and sleep. I'm so tired.
Yeah, same.
What are you in the mood for, food-wise?
Ideally something semi-healthy. Actually, I don't know if you did, but I did not go to the gym today.
I actually did go to the gym today. I ran into Aria at the gym.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How was that?
I had a quick chat with her.
Oh, boy.
I did tell her a little bit about the aftermath of guys' night.
Really?
Yeah. How I kind of felt like you figured I had something to do with JR having that impression of you. What's interesting is that I didn't even ask, but she told me that she's actually had conversations with JR too. So from my perspective, it's interesting because it confirms that everyone's talking to everyone when they run into each other.
I mean, I think, like you said, everyone's talking to everyone. I don't really know anyone else that wakes up in the middle of the night at 1:30 and takes their phone with them to the bathroom, so.
What are you talking about?
Here we go.
So you think,
Great.
so because I wake up and first of all, why are you clocking like what I'm doing, where I'm going? And second of all, I actually don't take my phone to the bathroom.
Super defensive. For what?
Because you're over here with like speculations about what?
You're escalating.
What is the intention behind that comment?
Go.
Yeah, also, I take my phone with me to the bathroom every time I'm up in the middle of the night because I can't see, because it's dark. And also, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you have to poop, what are you supposed to do? Just sit there and look at the wall? I'm bringing my phone. Like, I bring my phone to the bathroom all the time, which is a perfectly normal and common thing to do, by the way. What did he want to get originally, though? What do you mean? Yeah, using the screen as like a dim light. Exactly. This is the other thing, too, is that behavior is relatively innocuous, I would say. And yet, here we are with this very, like, casually brought up accusation. That, again, just because he didn't out loud say, I'm accusing you of lying and talking with somebody, blah, 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 doesn't mean that that's not what he was implying. And when she gets upset about the fact that this is happening again, even though they already had a conversation about it, now, oh, you're escalating. You're getting defensive. This is the thing. Well, the other thing, too, about the phone, yeah, Biwak, the alternative is leaving her phone with him. It comes across as like, I'm annoyed that you don't leave your phone by itself long enough for me to go through it. Which, that's purely my speculation and has absolutely no basis in reality. But my suspicion is that there is a frustration about not being able to violate her privacy. Yeah, Marsana. It does seem like he's just kind of telling on himself with all of these projections about her dysregulated emotions. Yeah, Fabian, exactly. That's a very common tactic of like, I'm going to use this very calm tone of voice to provoke you into getting upset. And then when you do have a very valid reaction about this thing that I've continued to make a problem, now you're hurting me, right? You're yelling at me. You're escalating. You're super defensive. Bah, bah, bah. This sucks. Okay, yes, we are at 1.25 speed. I know they talk so slow. This is what I said. I think 1.5 is too fast. I wish it was like YouTube where you could put it at like 1.3 or 1.35 to make it just like a little bit faster. Okay, 29 minutes and 29:21. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
You often say things and you don't own up to what.
I'm trying to say that you definitely use your phone a lot and text a lot.
So that means I am what, Scotty?
Talk to JR.
Do you not understand like how dumb that sounds? What does that matter to you besides your obsession with JR? You're saying because I'm on my phone, I'm talking to JR. Do you know how like you are jumping to conclusions? You have no idea what's going on in my phone.
You're jumping to dumb shit.
Okay.
What is me having, like me, I have an obsession with JR.
Answer the question.
Nobody's more obsessed with JR than JR. Nobody cares about what JR is doing except for people that are associated to JR.
And people who ask about them very often like you. You obviously care.
You're literally talking to yourself.
If I talk to myself, it'll make more sense than talking to you, clearly.
Obsessed with JR is crazy. You really couldn't come up with a better deflection than that? Like, you gotta do better.
It's not a deflection. Why do you care?
Better argumentative behavior.
Why do you
gotta
care
try harder.
so much?
Gaslighting is not gonna work on me.
It's not gaslighting.
Yes, it is. I think you're just talking shit because you're mad, which is fine.
I'm
You can
not
talk
upset.
shit.
What do I have anything to be upset over?
This man seems like he is painfully insecure. Deeply, deeply, deeply insecure and dissatisfied with himself. This is the other thing. When people throw accusations like this and say things like, you know, JR is obsessed with himself, nobody even cares about JR, it often, this is the accusations being a confession thing, because it seems like he's deeply insecure and he is really upset that anybody takes what JR says or believes seriously, because it makes him feel illegitimate, which is a him problem. But I don't think he even, often when people are this way, they're not even aware that that's what they're feeling. They just are aware that they're uncomfortable, that they feel bad inside and they need to make it go away. So we're projecting, we're accusing, we're starting fights, especially because he can't start a fight with JR. So we're going to start a fight with somebody else so that he can have the feeling of winning, right? This is an attempt to compensate for self-esteem and ego issues, which is also like a byproduct of toxic masculinity, right? This is the thing where, because we don't have a cultural approval for men to have emotions, that now we have to find an alternative outlet to deal with what is actually a very human thing, our emotions. And often because we conceptualize emotions as being feminine and therefore bad, we have to find an aggressive and masculine way to get out our frustrations and our upset. It's just this is dangerous. This is dangerous behavior and it's really frustrating. 30 minutes and 45 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I mean,
my life is great. I'm fine.
You don't know who I am.
Okay. Oh. The shitty thing is that Scotty is probably going to take this out on Arya too, depending on how close the changeover actually is. There's just music. Zaina's packing her things. Packing.
Probably I am gonna like go somewhere else.
Good for her. Leave.
For sure.
I just feel like the fact that you keep holding on to this version of your truth, that I am the one who influenced JR to think these things of you, is very belittling.
Good for her.
And
hell yeah.
The same way that you think people come for your character, you're coming for my character with that.
I never said you did. All I was doing was asking you questions.
Be real.
I never assumed anything.
Yes, you did.
All I did was ask you questions.
You've asked me if I've spoken to him.
You're not making any sense.
This is gaslighting
on the line?
That's unnecessary drama. Like, I feel like you're a little too old to be doing all that.
I'm too old.
Yeah.
And you are
at 32,
so immature.
you should low-key like hang up the drama jersey in the rafters. It's time.
Immature, and you think you're so mature, but you're actually a child.
You were out here gaslighting. You were out here denying.
No.
You
A
were out
gaslighter
here...
calling someone a gaslighter.
What did I ever gaslight you about? What did I gaslight you about?
Scotty, and this is why I am leaving, because
that's fine. Zaina, listen, you are painting a real ugly picture of yourself with your true colors right now.
This also happens in abusive relationships where obviously we're not in a changeover situation. This is a common threat, that your reputation is going to be tarnished, right? Like you couldn't tell anybody about what's going on because you're making yourself look bad. And so therefore you can't leave, right? This is another thing that I really want people to be aware of, that these accusations about, you're painting an ugly picture of yourself and no one will believe you because you're gaslighting me and all this stuff is a common tactic to try to suck people into staying in an abusive relationship because they're targeting your self-esteem. And especially, like, granted, they've only been together for 3 weeks, but in a long-term relationship, when somebody has repeatedly broken down your self-esteem and your empowerment and your self-confidence, you're much more likely to say like, oh shit, maybe that's true, right? Am I the bad person in this relationship? And so I can't tell anyone because, et cetera, et cetera. So please be aware of that. Nobody who actually wants to be in a safe and healthy relationship with you will tell you things like, you can't leave me because no one will believe you. You can't leave me because everyone will know that you're the abusive one and not me. That's a completely dysfunctional and unsafe thing to say. Oddly enough, my parents have been trying to gaslight me for years, but they haven't succeeded, fortunately. That's really shitty, Cobblejen. I'm sorry, but I'm glad that it didn't work. Yeah, this is terrible. Okay, we're going to mute this and we're just going to let the B-roll play. We're at 32:46. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Deserve to experience my presence for someone that has been very open with you, vulnerable with you, has invested time with you, spoken nothing but positive things about you, and you don't believe me? Like, why would I want to continue doing this?
I never said you have to. You're free to do whatever you want.
I know, that's why I'm leaving.
Okay,
so that's
fine.
why I'm out. But it's just so baffling that you can't just like take my word for it.
All right, cool.
So period,
leave it at that.
done, that is all.
Sometimes that's what we have to do also. Just accept that this person will never understand you. Not because they're not capable, but because they are refusing to. They probably do understand you. They're just never going to validate what it is that you're saying. And so at a certain point, walking away is the only safe choice. Also, Netflix just being like, we're going to shoot some artsy shots of this man through a plant after he just gaslighted someone right in front of us. And they're like, oh, well. Oh. Shame on kinetic content.
This is the first time.
Truly.
And our last.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Until this actual process, a big part of me was concerned that I wouldn't make a good husband. And I felt that if I couldn't make a good husband, I probably wouldn't make a good father. I just settled with the idea that I'd probably die alone. And I wouldn't have any of those things.
You really thought that?
Mm-hmm. It's actually really sad.
But I hope you know that you have those qualities.
Yeah, I've gotten more comfortable with the idea of having a wife and having children.
And that's a mindset too. So if you manifest that you will be that, you will be that.
Yeah.
And I think that the qualities that I've seen within just in this experience is that you are so thoughtful. You truly care about people that are around you. And I feel like you give your all. You don't just do like 50%. You really, truly give your all. And I think that those are good qualities within a husband because it's when your partner needs that other 50%, you'll always be there. And I think something that I've learned with you is that you just love really hard. And I don't think that that should ever stop, honestly.
Thank you. I know you say I'm thoughtful, but it's not even close to how you show up for the people around you. It's really pushed me. It's really taught me a lot about myself. There's just so much to you. You can make anyone feel special. And it comes so natural and with such ease. And I think it's really a beautiful quality to have. To even have that as a wife, I mean, you're gonna make someone really, really happy.
I appreciate
someone,
really, really happy.
Not me.
And that's huge.
That's somebody.
Within this process, I've just felt, honestly, just like understood, seen in this trial marriage. And it's allowed me to trust myself.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How powerful is that? I think it's a pretty incredible thing.
I hope that means
shows
she
me that
trusts
there's just
herself
like
to
really
leave
just like
Scotty.
good men out there. You are just such a good man.
The other thing that I want to highlight here is that it's better to be alone than to be with somebody who is toxic, scary.
You know that. As I learned about you, I learned
shitty.
about myself. And that's what makes a good partnership. And it's taught me how I want to show up.
And you will.
Thank you.
As long as you don't try to retract.
Okay. The music in between one line of dialogue.
I feel very grateful that I got to spend this much time with Caleb. I have a lot of love for Caleb. I just think Caleb is a great person inside and out because he comes into this world with only love and kindness. I think
Grace.
they're a perfect duo. Perfect.
Also me all the time, though. No judgment. Crying is a perfectly normal thing.
But I don't think Mariah at all wants me to be connected to him. That was something that he did share. And so even though it doesn't feel good to hear, we've made core memories together, and I think that's what it is that makes it bittersweet.
I think that's a nice perspective to have, though, that this experience allowed them to learn about themselves and other people, to improve themselves and their relationships moving forward.
No, we gotta.
We don't have to get married at the end of
but I have
this.
makeup on, so be careful.
Okay, Alpha.
Like, that's, you know, fair enough. I think this experiment sucks. And kinetic content is doing people dirty by putting them through this. And I think this is as close to best case scenario as we can get.
Okay, babe.
So I respect the two of them for that.
Sexy ass. So it's like our last night together.
No.
Why do we have to watch
I'm like very grateful that I'm with you. Like I like truly mean that.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to hit me until
we move out. Till we sign the divorce paper. Mm-hmm.
It's going to be hard. I mean, I feel like the past week I've really gotten used to you being around me.
Oh, I see the little things that you're
doing that just make this process so much more comfortable. And it's going to be really weird being around, you know, someone else.
It's like, you're really open with me.
Hurts.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. And I
make me feel
and I think it's really cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just miss like our pillow talks.
It just was very easy to talk to you and enjoyable. I think you make a great wife, like to have fun, like to travel, and you're also just so motivating.
And then I catch you.
No. With the music.
Really challenging me to do things that I normally wouldn't do because I never really had to. I have to show up in ways that I normally wouldn't.
Right.
But I like that because I want to actually like channel that side of myself.
Right. Like everything I'm learning with you about myself too.
Yeah.
So
like
we're both growing.
I'm just glad that we connected in that way.
Me too.
You know?
No. Oh my God. I took my hand off the volume button for 1 second. I knew that was coming. Again, I think...
Oh, man.
That means a lot.
I know things have not been easy. It's been a lot. It's been really hard. And you've been like my rock.
Oh, thanks, babe. When I came here, I was not ready for marriage. But now, absolutely, I can see myself married to someone like Sandy. It is scary to think about. You came into this experience trying to find answers and you actually make a connection with someone. You know, it's weird. The next 3 weeks with Zaina should tell a lot. I'm very thankful that we were able to connect, and I'm happy that I have you.
I'm here with you. Like, I want you to know that for real.
I, again, think this is, in theory, best case scenario to learn some
here
stuff about yourself.
And have regrets. Like, damn.
Oh. And I think these two have some stuff to work out. Because Sandy, especially, like, she does not need to be in a relationship with either of these men. Sandy deserves so much better.
So much to me. My heart is full.
Good.
I think JR could stand to practice some selflessness. Oh, Nick just needs to go to intensive therapy and be alone for a while, I think. Nick needs to learn how to manage his own self.
Caleb, it feels validating that someone sees you for you.
Like, how much slow motion
Good way.
preamble
Yeah.
Wait, what
does a person have to
When we
sit
were watching
through?
the sunset.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Also, they really played themselves filming this in downtown Phoenix because downtown Phoenix is fucking ugly, dude. Construction every moment of every day. Oh, we're doing the preamble for everyone. Oh, okay. No, so cool. Love it.
And you're like, oh, shit. But I also just feel like I've learned a lot. I am nervous that things were not going to be good with Arya. I don't know what Arya is going to say about the time that she spent with Caleb. There may have been feelings that were developing. I don't know. I'm not loving the idea of this changeover and the aftermath because I know the experience we're about to have is going to be so raw.
No, because you can't control people. That's what you're upset about.
With Scotty and I, the roller coaster has been roller coastering.
Which is bad.
So
After
coming
3
into
weeks,
a
it should not be
changeover,
that hard.
I am so excited to see JR and just start this part of our trial marriage.
Okay. More preamble, more close up, just nonsense.
But also at the same time, we're both looking to get answers. Stay single, get married to Zaina, or leave with Sandy. You look good, girl.
You look good. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the velvet is nice.
I've never seen it.
So I gotta pass you over.
Gems.
Yep. It's weird. You guys look fabulous. Hello.
It's scary because I do know that I've let Sandy down
would
in a lot
rather
of ways,
die.
and I don't want to
Give
let that
Nick
happen
Lachey a
ever
hug.
again with anyone I love. This is trippy because like this is the person that I've known more than anyone on an intimate level. And I actually
Penguin,
feel
yeah.
like she's kind of a stranger right now.
Yeah.
It feels like there's knives in my stomach.
Nice to see you guys again.
If I were Mariah, I would
Great.
be running. Please let me get away from this man so that people will stop emotionally
I'm scared that I'm gonna
dumping
lose
all over me.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to the changeover.
Yeah, there's less people. Okay. Okay. I had a feeling, yeah. Okay. I just, whatever, dude. Okay. Mariah being subjected to Nick's stream of consciousness for weeks feels incredibly unfair to her. After everything that took place, like, she did not deserve that. I need names on the screen. Honestly, that's fair. April is dark purple. April is dark purple. May is lavender. February is pink. And March is pastel green. Are we just like vibes based on colors? Or I'm so thankful they didn't make Mariah and Nick live together when their matches left. I know. Well, did they? I think they just forced them to do activities together. You're right. They didn't live together. I just told my partner last night that I love when he cries because I love that he lets me let things move him so strongly. It makes me feel safe to do the same. Yeah. Emotions are a perfectly normal, understandable reaction to having human emotions. That is just the way that it is. People have to express emotion somehow, and crying is a really helpful vehicle for that. There is a literal physical catharsis. It's very helpful. If you are a person who feels unsafe to cry, know that doing some work around that and eventually getting to a place where you feel a little safer with that will make a huge difference in helping to regulate your nervous system. Because it's great. It's just a very helpful tool. May is yellow or green or orange. Okay, I'm very interested in this conversation. I strongly associate certain colors with letters, numbers, and words. Oh, fun. Mariah's entitled to financial compensation. Honestly, yes. I would be like, where's my gift card? Somebody give me a fucking DoorDash gift card. I am demanding some fucking discounted therapy, not from you know who. Because just unfair. Every single moment that we saw between those two, he was just about all of these things that I think he thinks are profound, but actually are the emotions that like Mariah and her 13-year-old friends probably talked about at their sleepovers. I asked what color purple people associate with May for nail painting. Oh, interesting. I love telling patients that their crying is totally normal and okay. Just important to make sure you're staying hydrated. Yeah. Or not crying so much that it impacts your ability to live. Yes. Stay hydrated, replenish your electrolytes, and also like cry if you need to cry. It's perfectly okay. Oh, you guys. That was a journey. This was a short stream. I have been enjoying doing the shorter streams lately because Love is Blind is like it's a real marathon and a sprint at the same time somehow. So thank you all very much for being understanding and supportive of the short streams because it helps. Okay, me and my frog in my throat are going to go. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me for stream. Don't forget to like the stream. And if you want to come hang out with us on Discord, make sure that you join the $5 or above tiers for YouTube memberships or on Patreon. We would love to have you and come hang out. So thank you, Shay. All right. I love you all so much. I hope you have the most wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll see you guys next Friday. Okay, bye.